Imagine being a child in the 1950s and being told you could never swim again, not because you were sick, but because your parents were terrified that one day you might suddenly stop breathing. Then, this was the fear of polio. Polio is not a modern disease. Evidence suggests humans were suffering from paralysis resembling polio thousands of years ago. But for centuries, outbreaks were relatively mysterious because doctors didn't understand what was causing the paralysis. Polio is caused by a virus. It can spread from person to person, often through contaminated food or water. And here's the terrifying part. Many infected people showed few or no symptoms. A person could appear perfectly healthy while still spreading the virus. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, serious polio outbreaks were appearing more frequently in Europe and North America. Children were particularly affected by severe disease. Families began living with a new fear. Would their child wake up tomorrow unable to move? ये आपकी वीडियो का strongest visual section होगा. Some patients developed paralysis of the muscles needed for breathing. They couldn't breathe on their own. The terrifying solution? The iron lung, a huge metal machine that used changes in air pressure to help a patient's lungs breathe. Imagine spending hours, days, or even months inside one. During the 1940s and 1950s, polio became one of America's most feared diseases. Swimming pools and public places could become associated with danger. Parents watched their children closely. Every summer could bring another outbreak. And then came one of the most important medical breakthroughs of the century. Scientists worked desperately to stop polio. Jonas Salk developed an injectable polio vaccine. In 1955, the vaccine was announced as safe and effective following major trials. Later, Albert Sabin's oral polio vaccine became another major weapon against the disease. For millions of families, the fear finally began to fade. Vaccination campaigns transformed the fight against polio. Cases dropped dramatically in many countries. In 1988, the Global Polio Eradication Initiative was launched. The goal was ambitious: eradicate polio from the planet. Polio didn't disappear because it became weaker. It disappeared from much of the world because humanity learned how to stop it. And then your final line. But as long as the virus exists anywhere, the story of polio isn't completely over.